Chapter 7. Deadly Dust Storms. The dust storms that swept across northern India were among the deadliest storms witnessed in the last 2 decades. The arrival of India's monsoon season wasn't been a quiet one for the northern part of the country. At least 100 people were reported to have died in the dust storm that swept across the states of Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh and Delhi. Many fatalities occurred when intense wind knocked over large structures, killing and injuring those in its way.
I was returning home in my car when the winds started blowing. The force of the wind actually rocked my car. I had to leave my car on the road and get shelter nearby,
said Ankesh Lohia, a resident of Alwar. Dust storms are an annual weather feature seen in this region. However, the intensity of the 2018 storm took everyone by surprise. It spread from the western state of Rajasthan to the eastern state of Uttar Pradesh and hit Delhi in between. Alwar was the worst hit of the lot. At least 500 trees were uprooted and many electricity poles fell, rendering the city in the dark for several days. Many schools had to be closed in the face of this emergency and lack of water and power supply. A senior government official from the Disaster Management Department said,
"This is the worst storm I've seen during my tenure in office."
According to meteorologists, it was a huge thunderstorm, complex with high winds that also carried lots of dust. According to them, the winds appeared to be downbursts similar to the ones that can strike central and eastern United States during intense thunderstorms. A downburst is characterized by strong downward air movements during thunderstorms. We can produce some of the strongest wind gusts of all weather patterns. As the downward air hits the ground, it moves outward and back up. It is suspected that the region's unusually warm weather may have deepened the storm. Earlier in that week, temperatures in Rajasthan were as high as 45 degrees Celsius. Just across the border in Pakistan, local media reported 50.2 degrees Celsius in the town of Nawab Shah, a record for April. Scientists say high temperatures played a significant role in building up the force of the storms that originated in the desert area of northwest India and further west. Scientists say high temperatures, moisture, and a disturbed atmosphere make a perfect combination for storms of this type. The unusual dust and thunderstorms have come just when worries have been mounting about the rapid rate of desertification in several Indian states. The Environment Ministry says that the country is undergoing desertification at a worrying rate. Increasing desertification would mean more intense and damaging dust storms. This could lead to major droughts in parts of South Asia with climatic changes. Over the past few years, a rise in the global temperature has set new records, and that is leading to increase in the number of extreme weather events. Government agencies, private forecasters, and independent experts share a similar sentiment on the issue and predict an increase in the possibilities of such events in the future. A study on American Midwest, the Middle East and the Sahara Desert have all linked the change in weather phenomenon to the sudden increase of surface temperature. It is predicted that as the climate gets warmer, the temperature rise is going to become very steep. The sharp increase in temperatures will lead to two things: heat waves and sandstorms. With the rise in global temperature, the soil is going to become drier. So, the amount of soil that these storms will carry will also increase. This will further increase the strength of the dust storms. Climate change has become the most talked about issue in the world today. The recent changes in weather conditions across the globe have led to melting ice caps, rising temperatures, rising sea levels, erratic weather conditions and changing ecosystems, leading to extinction of species. The concern for climate change is now a global issue and has prompted an international move to bring about a lasting solution to tackle the problems. A number of international summits, including the Earth Summit in Rio and more recently Kyoto, have taken place to debate the principal environmental concerns and set out an agenda to help prevent further eco-degradation. Scientists agree that much of the damage created by human actions of the past 200 years is irreversible, so the future of the planet is ambiguous. However, by adopting positive changes to our lifestyles that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, the future effects of climate change can be combated. Fatalities, occurrence of death caused by accident, disease, or in war. Rendering, cause to become. Tenure, the period of time during which someone has worked at the same post. Wind gusts, sudden, strong rush of wind. Sentiment, feeling or emotion. Erratic, irregular in pattern or movement. Lasting, able to endure over a long period of time. Agenda, a list of items for discussion or to take action on. Irreversible, that cannot be undone or altered. Ambiguous, not clear or decided. Combated, take action to reduce or prevent something bad or undesirable.